Hi, Head Start, early Head Start community. It's November, it's fall. Next week it's Thanksgiving. I hope your program is excited about this time of the year and you're ready to spend some quality time with family and friends these holidays. Welcome to the NHSA webinar, Paving the Way to Your Child Development Associate, aka CDA. I'm Zuli Vasquez, the Associate Manager of Early Head Start Programs, and also the author and course manager of the CDA course at the Academy. I'm excited to share information about our CDA pathways in this webinar. So your program, you, teacher, home visitor, family checker, home provider, parent, or high school student who's watching this webinar right now, can be part of this journey with us. In this 1 hour webinar, I will provide a brief overview of your CDA courses available for all of you. You will also hear the experience of the CDA graduates, a program leader, and one of our CDA coach experts. If you have any questions about the CDA course, please put them in the chat. My DJ Zoom will let me know, and I will do my best to answer all your questions towards the end of the webinar. If you have questions about the CDA application per se and credentialing process, please contact the CDA Council by email or phone call. They will be happy to answer any of your questions about the exam or verification visit. Before I get started with the CDA overview and introduce our amazing panelists who will be sharing their experiences, how exciting. I want to take a moment to thank the people who have helped to make the CDA course at the Academy possible and have been part of the journey one way or another. I want to thank our partners, the CDA Council and the National University, for their expertise and support. To the reviewers, my dear colleagues and curriculum experts, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to review the content from top to bottom and providing valuable feedback. To the programs, over 42 early Head Start programs nationwide have registered teachers in our CDA pathways since the courses were launched at the end of February this year, 2022. Thank you. But last but not least, thank you to everyone at NHSA for their support and my awesome, incredible team, the Academy team, Dr. B, Christina, Rachel, Ashley, Dennis, Annabelle, and Pinky the Jackalope, as well as all the interns who have been part of our team over the last 9 months. Thank you for your support and the time you have dedicated to this beautiful project. It's an honor and a pleasure to support the programs in preparing the teachers to obtain these important credentials. As a former early Head Start parent, teacher, and administrator myself, and a certified CDA instructor and CDA PD especially for years, I know firsthand the importance of having highly qualified primary caregivers uh, to take care of our little ones. The CDA is the most widely recognized credential in early childhood education and a key stepping stone on the path of career advancement in early childhood. The CDA competency standards offer a roadmap for what the teacher should know and be able to do effectively in any setting, infant and toddler or preschool classroom, family checker home, and home visitor. This is something that we take very seriously here at NHSA. This is why this project is dear and near to my heart. And what makes it even more special is that who is considered one of the fathers of Head Start is also the father of the CDA, Dr. Edward Ziegler. I am a big fan of him, and it is our deepest desire to honor his memory with these CDA training pathways. Since our CDA courses were launched in February, many teachers officially CDA candidates have completed their CDA coursework and CDA portfolio got the CDA credential or are in the process of obtaining their certificate. The Academy team wants to celebrate this huge accomplishment. So to make it fun, I invited my friend Pinky. So please be ready to engage and participate in this celebration. How? Well, Pinky will let us know. So be ready to dance, put your hands in the air, and have fun. Are you ready? I hope you do. Here we go. Let's see. Can you see my screen? I hope so. I hope you're ready. Go. Okay, everybody, show these rats some love. Use the chat or reactions or just wave those hands in the air. I have my phone here. Congratulations, CDA graduates and completers. Thank you, Pinky. That was so much fun. There's never a dull moment with Pinky, seriously. Okay, so see if I can get it out of here. All right. All right. So now let's talk about our CDA courses. Currently, we have available two types of self-paced CDAs, on-demand and live cohorts. These two types of CDAs are available for infant and toddlers and preschool. Coming soon in December, we're launching CDA for home visitors and family care home providers. Our CDA courses are designed to complete in 4 months, and the teachers have access to the content for 6 months. Regardless of what CDA you choose, you are getting the 120 hours of professional early childhood education required by the CDA Council, covering all 6 competency standards, each of the 8 CDA subject areas, and all the 13 functional areas. Also, I have to highlight that all our CDA courses are aligned with the Head Start program performance standards and the Early Learning Outcomes framework. Each module indicates the alignment with the functional area and ELAF, which is a huge plus knowing that ELAF is part of the mandates for all Head Start, Early Head Start programs. So you can rest assured that the staff in your program who are taking the CDA with the Academy and NHSA are not only learning about child development, but also they're learning about the domains, goals, and developmental progression that are included in the Head Start Outcomes framework. So you might be asking, what is the difference then between on-demand and live cohorts or live training pathways that we have? Well, there is a significant difference. The main difference is that the live cohort includes the CDA books, the CDA competency standards book, which is required for any CDA candidate applying for the CDA credential, and 2 additional books as resources for the candidates. The essential book, which is goes into detail for CDA competency standards and functional areas, and the CDA Essential Workbook, which provides great scenarios and examples to practice for the CDA exam. Also, the candidates registered for the live training pathway have an expert coach who is supporting them along the way, mainly to support them with the CDA portfolio, also required to apply for the credential. We know that the biggest struggle when it comes to applying for the CDA is the portfolio. Teachers struggle to put in writing what they do in the classrooms with the children. And part of the evidence that they have to include in the portfolio, there are 6 written reflections, 1 reflection statement for each of the 6 CDA competency standards. So the coach has an important role supporting the teachers on this piece, making sure that they are adding the information according to the CDA standards. We have a system in place that makes this grading process easier for the teachers, and thus far it has been very successful. In addition to the books and the coaching, the live cohorts include the CDA application fee, meaning we provide a voucher that the CDA or CDA candidates uses to complete the CDA application and schedule her CDA exam. And for the observation, we help the teachers coordinate the verification visit. The on-demand CDA, on the other hand, does not include books, coaching support. It's only the coursework. The candidate is responsible to put together a portfolio and apply for the credential. Those are mainly the differences. If you want to know more, I highly suggest visiting the CDA webpage. You have the link in the chat, and I can actually explore it real quick with you right here. Everybody can see my screen? All right. So here is more information about the CDA course. And right at the bottom, you will see the requirements and learning objectives, the topics, also our coaches. And at the top on the right-hand side, you have the option to enroll either for the live training cohort or the on-demand. So the registrations are open. The on-demand is constantly anytime, but the live training program is monthly. So the registration for December, January, and February are already open. If your program is interested in having a cohort exclusively for your program, I can provide that option as well. So there's no problem if you have 15 teachers at least or more, we can provide that option for you. So let me go back here. All right, going back to the CDA pathway, these are the main steps to move through the CDA credentialing process. Prepare and participate. Steps cover the basic requirements requested by the council. If you want to know more about the requirements, please check the CDA council website. These steps include the 120 PD hours that our CDA course provides. Apply. This step is for the CDA credential with the council. And demonstrate covers the observation and the CDA exam. And last but not least, all the teachers who get the CDA with us will get the 9 college credits, which is something that I'm very, very excited about. I want to finish this overview by sharing that we have almost 100 teachers registered and counting for our CDA courses between the live and on-demand options. Over 60 CDA candidates already completed the CDA course with us and are either in the process to get their credential or the candidates were already awarded. Congratulations again to all of them. And here is a map that shows where our CDA candidates are located and the states and regions participating in this project. If your state or region is not represented on the map yet, well, it's time to include it on the map. I'm always excited to pin a new state and cannot wait to see this map completely ready. Again, registration is open. If you have questions after the webinar, feel free to contact me. Like my teachers used to say, contact 1-800-ZULI. I'm here for you. I also invite you to see all the courses that we're offering right now. Please visit our website and let people know about the Academy at NHSA. We love supporting the programs, so please reach out anytime. Now, I want to pass it on to one of our amazing CDA graduates. Her name is Jessica Cartagena. She is an associate teacher at Lucerne County Head Start in Pennsylvania. So welcome, Jessica.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to share my experience with you all. it was overwhelming at first, like, oh my God, I won't be able to do this. But my children were my motivation, and Amy Fain, Zuli being my support. The journey was, oh my God, amazing. I thought I won't be able to finish it, but everything that was provided, I learned a lot, the modules, the exams, the verification visit, even the observation. It was great. And getting my CDA credential from being a classroom substitute, I'm now an associate teacher. So it was rewarding. It was hard, but I achieved my goal. And the company itself was amazed that I was able to go and finish my goal, my experience, and seeing my children happy and myself. I made myself proud in doing something. I even laminated my CDA and hung it on my classroom to show that I did it. Everybody that comes into the classroom are like, oh my God, what did you do? Did you complete? And I'm like, yeah, it was hard, but if I can do it, anyone else can do it. And if they need to ask me questions or anything like that, I can be a support to anyone.
Oh, thank you so much, Jessica.
Thank
That is very
you.
inspiring. Mainly seeing your kids there so happy,
Yeah, I'm
going there with the
excited.
CDA certificate. That is amazing. Great accomplishment.
Thank you. I
Would you
appreciate
share
it.
a little bit about how long it took you to complete
I think it
this
was like
process?
4 to 5 months or something like that. I was determined to contact the consul to get a specialist, and they were like, "No, you have to wait for the next school year." And I'm like, "No, I made it this far. I need to find a specialist." And they will send me a specialist, and the specialist wasn't able at the time. Kept on and kept on. I was just determined. I'm like, if I did all this, I need to get it done. And
Awesome.
it's amazing. It was determination. If you want to go for it, you can do it. Don't think you can't do it, because if I did in a short time frame and the council saw how persistent I was, and they gave me that effort to be like, okay, I'm gonna have that specialist, and the specialist, even Zuli helping me try to figure out how to get the council, was a great help. Like, I never thought I would be able to finish it. I was like, oh my God, I can't get this done until next school year, to start all over again and get the parents to sign the papers and to talk about how, what kind of person I am, would have been even more challenging. But I'm
Hmm.
grateful for all the support that I was given, and I would recommend it to anyone else.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jessica. I do remember when you started the course, and we were talking almost every week about the content. And I really love the fact that you were very committed for sure. And you did it. And you did.
Yes,
So
it's
happy for you.
really,
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing, Jessica.
thank
So
you.
we also have another CDA graduate, Martha Cryer. She's a classroom assistant at School District of Philadelphia. Welcome, Martha.
Thank you. Yes, kind of like the same thing, it was a good feeling to know that I could reach out to some of the coaches, Zula herself. Um, I was able to ask questions and get them answered right away. Even if it was text, I felt like I was bugging the craps out of you. But yeah, it's like a team that pulls you through.
Mm-hmm.
And it does take a village, as they would say, even for just the children. It's like that with all of us. Like, I feel like it takes a village to sometimes, pitch in and help where you need it. I was able to reach out to the coaches that I was assigned. Um, I wanted to hurry up and get it done, have somebody come and to the classroom and observe me. I'm like, who's gonna do it? So I got that done, and I was just so happy and relieved at the same time, because it was like you're so nervous and stuff when they're in there on
Mm-hmm.
a computer, even though they were on a computer. Um, but after a while, it was like nobody was in there at all with me. I was relaxed. The kids were participating, and they were being their regular selves, and they didn't even know that they were on a computer being recorded and stuff. So I think that helps a lot, because kids, when they know they're on video, they surely will jump right in and take them off task. So I appreciated all the help that I got for this. I'm so glad that I have my CDA now. I'm so proud. My family is proud. The teachers supported me here at the school. They celebrated me that day. So I couldn't ask for a better group of people to come aboard and help with the support of myself. So I appreciate it.
That's
Thank you all.
awesome.
I thank you all. I mean, from the bottom of my heart, I really do.
Mm.
Appreciate it.
And I would like to hear from both of you the experience of putting the portfolio together. Like, how was that experience for both of you?
It was hard to try to figure it out. It was a lot, but Amy Fain was really, really good in helping us understand. When being overwhelmed and stuff like that, you see the papers and it tells you steps, but
Yeah.
you're still like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? What is this?
Mhm.
And you guys put it in a language that we were able to understand, even like that. And we were able to understand what was needed from us. And it made it a little bit, easier to
Mhm.
flow.
I would agree.
Mhm.
I like the fact that it had the steps to
Mhm.
follow and you knew exactly what to put in there.
Mhm.
And any help along the way to, get you through portfolio. People were um willing and able to pitch in and help with
Mhm.
that process. But I didn't find it very, very difficult. But like you said, it was some things, it was some challenges. And I went to the book and I looked up for what I needed, and they were right there. So, once I seen that everything was there, it was a little easier. It was easier to do, to get through the portfolio. So
Yeah, what I've seen is that at first it sounds overwhelming, but once you read it and you get some kind of examples also that the coaches provide and clarifications, absolutely, then you realize that, oh, that is not that hard.
Mhm.
Actually, I can do this. So I'm glad that it was a challenging process, but also easy at the same time when you finally figure it out. And you got the support from the coaches. So thank you both for being here, for sharing your experience and inspiring others to do the same. If
Thank
they
you.
have families, again, working full time, I know it could be very, very challenging, but it's possible. You can do
It
it.
is.
So
yes.
thank you so
Literally
much
is.
for inspiring all um, the next CDA graduates, let's put it that way. Um, so thank you so much. Next, I have a program leader who will share her experience with our CDA courses. I have Cody Benjamin, Children's Program Director from Community Action Agency, Michigan. Welcome, Cody.
Hi, everyone, and thanks, Zuli, for having me. So, as Zuli said, I'm Cody Benjamin, oversee children's programs at a community action that services 3 counties in southern Michigan. So, in Head Start, we service just under 800 children. So, when we're fully open and fully staffed, we have 35 classrooms. We've been really fortunate in the partnership with Zuli and the CDA partnership to have one of our staff was in the original February cohort last winter into the summer. It took her about 4 months to finish her CDA, and it was a really excellent experience for Amy. And currently we have 10 other staff members enrolled in the cohort process, with 2 starting in January. So we really use these cohorts to make our own system for staff. We're not in an area that has local ECE programs available for staff. And so we've had staff struggle to navigate getting a CDA locally. So this option was really great for us. On a program leadership level, we really committed our TNTA dollars to utilizing those dollars for this staff development, and also recruiting parents. So how we make this work is we actually staff our classrooms with 3 staff members, a teacher, an associate teacher, and a childcare aide. So the childcare aide position for us is a part-time position. However, when they complete their 90 days with us, essentially their probationary period, we discuss with them if they would be interested in moving full-time and completing a CDA. So what that looks like for us is a pretty simple educational agreement. We ask them to stay for us for the completion of that school year, whatever year that is that they begin the CDA program in, and then the program will assume the cost of the CDA program through NHSA. So we do utilize only the live cohort option because we really think the mentoring and coaching is what makes the difference for our staff. We've been really successful in that about 8 of our 13 staff who are participating in the program were past parents for us. So it was a really good opportunity for us to get parents in who are interested in working in the environment, completing a part-time probationary period. And then when they complete the enrollment in the educational agreement for us, we begin their 2-year clock for associate teachers for Head Start language, which for us allows them to move full-time with full health insurance benefits, which is a really big benefit to our parents who are looking to get into the program as well. I think the cost of the program is pretty low in comparison to other options we looked at, which is a huge help for us to be able to afford as many staff as we're pushing through. We're really committed to continue to offer it to all of our staff members as they get to their required work hours to participate in the program. I don't think we've had any new hires tell us no, they wouldn't like to do it. So we're super excited to continue. I think usually Zuli and I communicate, it feels like once a month with a list of names that I'm adding to the next cohort. So it's been super helpful. To support our staff in the program, usually they don't have any trouble navigating the live cohort. The coaching help and the mentor help is really what they need to get through it. Because we have so many staff in the cohort currently, our education manager offers some optional touch bases as well, where they can talk about what they're learning in the cohort and how it relates to agency policies. We offer that as overtime to our staff just to support them and show, how serious we take their involvement in the CDA process and really encouraging them to complete it. Most of our staff, I think, are on track to complete theirs before the new year. That started in August. So we're super excited for that. I think the benefit of the live cohort for us was just the partnership with NHSA for the portfolio and the testing and the visit. That really took a lot of stress off my administrative teams across our counties, as well as our staff, to be able to have a mentor that really linked them up and did that right away with them. And so I think it's been very beneficial to us. We plan to continue to utilize it over as long as we can, as long as we need to, as we have new staff join us, and really kind of put that money from our TNT dollars back into our staff development directly, because that is where we're needing right now and what we're seeing, with our ECE workforce shortages.
Oh, thank you so much, Cody. Yeah. Thank you so much. You summarized it perfectly. So thank you so much. And that is true. I have teachers from her program every month, and we're super happy and excited to support them throughout this process. What I want to share also is that our content, or the layout of the modules is provide information that they need, and it's very engaging and interactive. So that way it's not boring or just reading information. They are engaged with the content that is there, and there's great resources and videos, audio, knowledge checks, interactive activities. It's really great information, and again, it was reviewed from great content developers and curriculum experts. So we're very happy with the content that we're providing for these CDA courses. So thank you, Cody, for sharing. And last but not least, I have our wonderful CDA coach and reviewer, Janet Lucy. She is the Child Development Services Coordinator at Anoka, Washington County, Head Start, Minnesota. Welcome, Janet.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here and hi, Martha. I am just, I get really excited about this whole thing. So you might just see me bubbling over here. But I was asked a while back to actually just come on board and be a CDA course reviewer. And I just pretended like, okay, I'm a student, I'm coming into this and I'm going to take the course. And I was so impressed by the content, the videos, just the way that everything was laid out. And if people just really take the time to trust the process and do it in order, it really works and it is obtainable. Just like Jessica said, and Martha, you can get this done in about 4 months' time. And it's taking that time to I think, put yourself as a priority, because this is something you're doing for yourself. And it's something that's wonderful for you and your own personal development. And so I was just so jazzed when I did the whole course. I thought it was very easy to navigate. And then it was kind of like, oh boy, now you did all that. Now it's like, now you're digging in. And then it's like the portfolio and the reflection statements and things like that. And then you're like, okay, it's getting a little dicey. But the good thing about it is you have coaches. And that's when you start, asking those questions when we're having our coaching sessions, our live classes. I was always available by either email, texting, phone, Zoom meetings, whatever. And I learned right along with a lot of the students. I thought Martha said something really important in that it takes a team and it takes a village to really go through the process. I think I was very impressed with the Philadelphia group. They had quite a few people that were all taking it at the same time, and they all started getting together, and they actually patched me in, and they were all having coffee together and saying, look what we're doing, and we're working on our CDA together. And I felt like I was right there with them, so that there were no question was a dumb question. And some people are really like worried about, can I really do this? And I'm like, let's talk through it. Tell me what you do for creating a safe environment. And they talk it through, and I'm like, that's exactly what you need to say. And you're already doing the work. So just think about what you do and put it down. And once people started kind of thinking in that way, that I already do this work, I know this. And it became just so much easier, I think, for people to kind of navigate what they were doing. I know some people like came in with like very high anxiety, and then kind of by the end, like what Jessica and Martha were sharing, was like, then they turned into like, I'm confident in this. I can upload a PDF. I can do this. I can do that. And I can help somebody else do this, which I think is so incredible that it does. It takes a village. It takes a team. And people really relied on each other. And I think that was a beautiful thing. I feel like I have like 70 new friends in my life now. And I even got birthday cards from people that were in a cohort of mine. So it was really fun. I really felt like we created a community within our group, and people were just so encouraging to each other. We would give each other claps, snaps, and cheering, and just building those relationships were so important, not only for me as the coach, but as people with each other, so that in your building or in your next county or wherever you live, that you had somebody else you could probably call and say, okay, I'm a little stuck on this section. You'd have another backup person. I think that was just a really great thing to have. And let's see what else. I know some people had some anxiety about like the test taking, like at the end, they're like, oh, I have to take an exam now. Oh my gosh, I'm a horrible test taker. And people started ramping up their anxiety a little bit more and going through some like just practice questions. They're like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be that easy. I already know this stuff. But it's like, you know this stuff. You do the work already. And they're not trying to trick you into like, how in college where they be like, A and B is correct, but eliminate C, and then but add D in there, and they're not going to try and trick you on a test and stuff like that. It's just straightforward knowledge that you already know. And it's just being able to apply that, take your time, read the question well. And I have loved this process. I hope I can do it for 100 more years. I think it is so incredible. Like I said, I love Zuli, Christina, everybody, Annabelle that I've met. I've learned so much about new computer stuff, and I feel like it's helped me grow as a person and as a coach at my place. I love that we're growing the cohorts. I just, there's so much on the horizon for NHSA and the CDA. I think it's just going to be growing and growing, and I just hope people keep putting the word out there at what an awesome, great opportunity this is for a very low cost. You just can't get this much bang for your buck, I don't think, anywhere, and you're going to get the best quality support and content. So I just want to thank everybody for the great work that NHSA has done and all the support that you've given me. It's been a wonderful experience, and like I said, I hope I can continue forever doing it.
Thank you so much, Janet. We are so grateful to have you here and being supporting all our cohorts for the last 9 months. It's been an incredible experience. I meet with the coaches very often just to get their feedback and know what else we can improve as far as our live coaching sessions, and if there's anything that we can do to enhance our content. For sure, we do that. So I take the feedback from the CDA candidates and from the coaches very seriously, in order to improve what we're doing. So definitely the system is working because we already have CDA graduates, and it's so amazing and rewarding to know that they're doing really well. They're getting promotions. They're doing fantastic out there, and we continue here just providing support to everyone. I'm excited to support family childcare home providers soon, and also home visitors. So if your program is providing home-based services, we're here for you. We're very, very excited about that. So if there's any questions, I welcome any questions. I love questions. So if you have questions now, just we have time, or if there's other questions after this webinar, please do not hesitate to reach out. I'm a little passionate about this topic, if you haven't realized a little bit. So always welcome to chat about this.
We've had some really great questions in the chat, Zuli, and
Awesome.
Christina has been on it.
Oh, thank you, Christina. Christina is the manager of the academy. Of course, she's on top of it. You see, they're like amazing. Thank you so much, Christina.
You do have one in the chat now. Is the home-based course starting in December?
Correct. That is absolutely correct. Both the on-demand and also the live cohort. So yes, for that question. Same with the family childcare homes CDA course. Yes, we're very excited. And the home-based, the home visitor CDA was a journey. I really enjoyed it. The content and everything. It's different. It's slightly different, or a lot different in certain things, but I'm just very excited to hear what the community has to say about the home visitor CDA. I'm very, very excited about it.
Zuli, I had one question come directly to me that I'm not sure if it's meant for what does my program do or what does the NHS cohort does, but Lori asked, what happens if someone starts the program and then drops out from the program? So I don't know, Lori, if you're looking for how does my individual program handle that, or how does Zuli handle that?
Well, once the candidate starts the course, it depends if the CDA candidate started already or hasn't yet. So we can replace the CDA candidate for someone else that you have in your program that want to take the course. But once the CDA candidate started the course, there's no way to probably I'm just trying to remember all our cases that I have in mind. But once the CDA candidate or the programs pay for the course, you have the slot there for the CDA program, for the CDA course per se.
Yeah.
That answer your question. I know we have some cases, but at very, very beginning, and it was managed differently. But as of right now, we already have our policies in place that you're more than welcome to check our the academy policies that we have on our website. I hope that answered your question.
Well, we'll wait in the chat to see if that answers the question, Zuli, but we have another one. What is the average hours per week an employee would be in class for the CDA live courses?
Nice question. Usually the average, let's put it this way, it's a self-paced course. It's 120 hours, right? Technically speaking, a teacher can just take 4 to 7 hours every week to go over the content, including the assignments. Each module has its own assignments for each competency standard. So it could be, again, an average of 4 to 7 hours, but not all the modules have that amount of hours, if that makes sense. The first 3 modules that have to do a lot with child development, yes, they're video heavy, and it's really important for each candidate to go over these content. That's why we have a system that doesn't allow the teacher to continue until they complete everything in that module. So again, it will take around 4 to 7 hours, but it depends on the module they are in. The introduction is just take a few minutes. Module 1, 2, and 3 is a total of 8. Might take longer, but I also provide a pacing guide for each teacher that is part of the live cohort. And there's a pacing guide for them to know what to complete when for the next session, if that makes sense.
It does. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Do you offer any cohorts in only Spanish or other languages?
Not yet, but we will next year. Next year, we're hoping to have that opportunity available towards the end of next year.
Excellent. All right, Christina, stay tuned and look out for next year. And thank you, Lori, for confirming that we were able to answer your question. And Zuli, we have one more for you. Can you pay on your own, or does it have to go through your program for PO? For purchase order, I'm guessing.
So the question is if the individual can just sign up for the program and not necessarily through the program. Is that the question?
Yes, I think so. And Ebony, chime in the chat if you want us to clarify, but can Ebony pay on their own?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, yeah, absolutely. The registration is open for anyone. There is the member or non-member cost. I know NHSA offers an individual membership as well, if you're interested in that. Absolutely.
Yeah, you don't want to miss out on that member benefit. So make sure you check to see if you're a member, and I will pop that link in the chat for you.
Great questions, everyone.
All right, I'm not seeing any more questions in the chat, but we've had some really great questions today. Thank you.
All right. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining this webinar. Thank you to Jessica, Martha, Cody, and Janet Lucy for being part of this webinar, for being part of this journey. Thank you to all the programs, again, that are being part of the CDA project with the Academy at NHSA. Thank you to my team, and I hope to do this again so I can provide more information to those folks that were not able to attend this webinar. So thank you so much again. Um, the registration is open now. Please make sure to register your teachers, and I see you soon. Bye.